There are several local organizations working to help victims of sexual assault survivors as well, including the nonprofit AVDA.
Yeah, joining us live is Maisha Colter, the Chief Executive Officer of the community, talking about your work and what we need to know. For those familiar with it, what is the overall mission with your organization?
Sure. Our mission is to end domestic violence by helping survivors through the legal advocacy program. We actually provide free representation, civil representation to survivors of domestic abuse and sexual assault. We also provide the largest BIP program in the state, Battering Intervention and Prevention, which is to help those who've been identified as perpetrators of domestic violence in their intimate partner relationships. They take an 18-week course with us. Generally speaking, it is court ordered because they have been found guilty of some offense and they are on probation, parole, or have been confined to a deferred adjudication program.
Yeah, Maisha, this is a very sensitive subject for so many folks. This is not easy for survivors. In light of HPD coming forward, making this announcement, 264,000 cases suspended because of lack of personnel, more than 4,000 of those cases, sexual assault cases. What do you want survivors to know when they come to you for help, for resources? Tell us about the adult and youth outreach programs that you provide to these survivors.
Sure. So one of the things that we want survivors to know that they should be looking for resources to include trying to get themselves healthy and whole. When they go through these types of experiences, obviously they have trauma and they could have mental health issues that are a result of that trauma, to include PTSD, anxiety, depression. We have a number of staff members that are trauma counselors. They work with them on individual counseling as well as support groups and things of that nature. Those are resources that could have a dramatic impact on improving the person's circumstances after some type of event like this. In addition to that, there is civil legal relief that might be available for some of these survivors, to include things like civil protective orders. We also have education and prevention programs that allow us to go out into the community and just educate people about what these crimes do to individuals and how the community can help to be a resource and aid people when they have been impacted by these particular types of crimes.
Yeah, because I do believe that part of the recovery process is getting the proper resource and the support. And I know you kind of touched on this, but how do we get involved in the community just to help support survivors and know that we are there to support them and to tell their story and, more importantly, help them heal and go on to live a better, fuller life?
Yeah.
Well, certainly you can help us at AVDA by volunteering. Our number is 713-224-9911. And we have a pretty robust volunteer program to get people involved with trying to be a resource for survivors of sexual abuse, domestic violence. In addition to that, in light of this particular situation, I know that HPD is trying to get in touch with people who have made reports and might have fallen into this category of uninvestigated crimes. I want to encourage people who think that they might be in that position to reach out. They should have received an incident number or something at the time that they made those reports. And that would be something that would help to trigger whether or not their case went forward and an investigation occurred. Because at the end of the day, we want people who are making these outcries to get help and feel supported, and they go underreported all the time. So the tragedy in all of this is that people actually had the strength and courage to come and say something to law enforcement and nothing occurred. And that's unfortunate. And I'm hoping that they are going to do everything they can to remedy the neglect that happened in regard to this particular situation.
Absolutely. Maisha Colter with AVDA, thank you so much for your time this morning. We do appreciate it.